if anybody did not get a chance to see Zach Wilson's pro day on Friday, well, you missed something great. And I will say this.
And Mikey C saw it and still missed something.
Yeah,
great.
well, Mikey sees Mikey's head so far up his ass. He doesn't know what good is to bad. But nevertheless, what you saw with Zach Wilson is an ability to throw the ball in so many different directions. Moving to the left, throwing to his right. Doing the over-the-shoulder pass deep, throwing the over-the-shoulder pass short. We saw so many different things and so many intangibles that we can see with Zach Wilson, how special he could be in the NFL. Now, a lot of Jet fans out there are wondering, including yours truly, on why would they give up on Sam Darnold. Now, Sam Darnold, if anybody saw Sam Darnold's pro day, he had a sensational pro day. He threw in the rain. Some of the scouts were saying that this guy is a no-brainer number one pick. And to me, to compare and contrast, a pro day is not enough. Now, a lot of scouts and a lot of reporters and a lot of analysts believe that Zach Wilson going into this year's draft is a little bit better than Sam Darnold. Now, how would you know that? I understand that the intangibles of Sam Darnold, how strong his arm is, or some of the dumb mistakes we've seen Sam Darnold make over the last couple of seasons. But what really affects me and really shows me off on why I would move on from Sam Darnold now after seeing Zach Wilson's pro day is the fact that Sam Darnold can't stay healthy. He's been in the league for 3 years. Yes, he's 23, going to be 24. The guy can't stay healthy. And that's going to be a huge problem moving forward with a young team and a rebuilding team like the New York Jets. But what I did see with Zach Wilson's pro day is the way he saw the field, the way he sees the field. And I've watched clips and I've watched a couple of games this year. I watched his bowl game this year. He was sensational. He threw 3 touchdown passes. He ran in 2 touchdowns. He had 5 touchdowns in all. He was sensational.
5 touchdowns in the first half.
Yes, he was really, really good. And you see what he can do in a game. He can ruin a game. He can wreck a game. Or he can make mistakes in a game. Now, the one thing about Zach Wilson that, again, when you're looking at statistics and you're analytically trying to pick and contrast one player to the other, is Zach Wilson don't make a lot of mistakes. He's a very accurate thrower. He threw 3 interceptions this year. The only problem that really bothers me about Zach Wilson, he's only done it 1 season. He didn't do it multiple seasons. He didn't do it 2 seasons that we've seen Justin Fields do it. We've seen Trevor Lawrence do it in 2 seasons. So we don't know precisely what Zach Wilson could do in back-to-back years or consistent. Consistency is very, very important when you're in the NFL because you want to grow and you want to get better. But what I do know about Zach Wilson is he's not afraid of the big game. He's not afraid of being in front of the cameras. He's not afraid of people watching over him and giving him pointers. That's what and I learned something about Zach Wilson. He has ADD, which can't sit still. And for a guy that has ADD, usually those are the kids that are not good in school. They're very hard of comprehending certain things. This guy is a sensational player when it comes to studying film and figuring things out on film. And his sophomore year of college, he had a 3.3 GPA, which to me stands out in a BYU school, one of the more known collegiate smart schools for a lot of accountants and doctors and lawyers that go to BYU. Zach Wilson had a pretty good GPA. Now, again, comparing and contrasting Sam Darnold to Zach Wilson, you could be thrown off because when you look at Sam Darnold was he really stepped on the field and really stepped on in front of the limelight, winning the Rose Bowl with USC, completely dominating the Rose Bowl through 5 touchdowns. He was a no-brain, number 1 pick, suck for Sam type of player. Now, over the last couple of years, Sam Darnold he really hasn't proven himself to be a franchise quarterback yet. But this is a kid that didn't have enough players around him. Who did he have this past year? A kid like Denzel Mims who missed 6 games, the first 6 games of the season and fought injury all season long. Jamison Crowder that missed a couple of games but was fairly healthy. Perriman, who to me is a 3rd or a 4th guy as far as a wide receiver is concerned.
Some years.
He lost his number 1 wide receiver in Robbie Anderson to free agency. He had no running game whatsoever because Adam Gase didn't know how to run the ball. And his best running back was 60 years old.